Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Jeanette Byro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your Wednesday Wisdom with Spirit, where I will tune in through mediumship or channeling and see what the message is. So before I start, I do want to mention today is the start of Mercury retrograde. So what I want to say about that, because what my spirit guides were saying this morning is they were saying, for this Mercury retrograde, shake out all the old preconceived ideas of everything that can go wrong in Mercury retrograde. It kind of gets a bad rap. They said, instead, allow this to be a time for you to start to release the reins of whatever you've been holding and just sit back. Sit back and observe. Sit back and relax. Like, pull back a little bit and see what's happening. This is not necessarily, again, this is general. So if you're on track where you're moving and shaking with things, like, follow it. But you'll know if this resonates for you. And if it does, you will feel that alignment with the idea of letting go. Allow the universe to do whatever it's got to do in this time, and you get to just take a pause. And if you celebrate Christmas, you get to enjoy the lead up to Christmas, or however you celebrate, whatever you celebrate in December. It's something to consider. Allow the energy today to be a day where you start to release any holds on things, and you just sit back, you rest, you kind of turn inward a little bit. Maybe you focus a little bit more on self-care type things like that. It's really valuable, especially just coming off the heels of a new moon. We're still in the new moon energy as well. So there's a big value of going inward and kind of like beginning again. And I don't mean beginning again in a negative way like you have to start over, but rather like just a new fresh beginning. And that new fresh beginning, the imagery they're showing me in my mind is when you wake up in the morning and say you're at a cabin and it's kind of foggy in the morning, and you grab your coffee or tea and you walk outside, and it's a new day and you're not in a rush to do anything. In fact, you're going to just take your moments. You're going to enjoy your hot beverage. You're going to enjoy the scenery. You're going to just take it slow. That's the energy that I'm feeling for this retrograde. So something to consider. All right, now getting into the message, I'm just going to tune in, see who's here, see which way they're going to come through, and then we'll roll with it. So just hold on one sec. Okay, this is mediumship. This is Three Guides of the Light. And right now they're showing me, oh, interesting, because we had a moon in Sagittarius just yesterday. They're showing me the Archer. Now that can represent the energy of Sagittarius. So for some of you, that's how you may feel this energy. But I also want to say the deeper part of this message is they're showing me the Archer pulling back on the bow. And then they're saying, you will hit your mark. You will hit your mark. Don't doubt it. Now is not the time for you to doubt it, but now is the time for you to let the universe do its work. You have paved the way. You have pushed through barriers. Barriers of all kinds. And I want to say some of these are physical barriers. Maybe you had to push yourself a little bit more in a physical way. Some of these are barriers you had to healing, barriers you had in old beliefs. Whatever it may be, you have had to push through those barriers to create this path for you now, and you have created it. So you will hit your mark. That's the first thing they want to say. You have your eyes on the target and your sights are set, they're saying. So trust in that. Trust in that and allow it to unfold. And now they're showing me the arrow in the air. So the arrow is in motion. You can't control the arrow at this point. The arrow is completely out of your hands, but you set the direction, you pulled back on the bow, you gave it the most amount of your energy, focus, attention to have it go where you want. But now it's in the air, completely out of your hands. And so again, Spirit is like, trust that you're going to hit the mark. That's really interesting. Part 2. Okay, that's one message. There's another one coming here. Okay, the other thing they're saying too is remember that integration into the new takes time. And many of you are in the process of integrating something new already. And so they're saying don't get frustrated with the appearance of slowness. The appearance of it happening slowly, it's all part of the integration phase. And they're saying there are many weaving layers within what is being integrated for you. And some of those layers are within your control and some are completely out of control. And what they mean by that is like some of the ways in which you hold a primary role in that new timeline, new journey, new story, you have a little bit more control on. But there's also some ways in which you play like a secondary or maybe even like a third, fourth, fifth part of a role, someone who just happens to walk past someone saying something at the right time that becomes an integral part of their journey, means absolutely nothing to you. They're saying all of these things are being woven right now at the same time. And so there may be things being weaved in your life right now to help you align to be that person for that other person by just saying something random. And then the weavings will bring you back to your specific journey. So Spirit is saying allow the integration to take time. And there is an integration happening from now until the solstice is what they're showing me. And the solstice is on the 21st. So from now until the solstice, there's a big integration, a big draw to kind of release the reins, which is interesting. Mercury retrograde happening right now. And allow that arrow to travel where it needs. The next thing they're saying in relation to this is they're saying you're closer than you think. Many of you are much closer than you think, but you just cannot see the forest. You can't see the forest through the trees. They're saying you're looking for one specific tree and you will get there, but you can't find it. Interesting. Sorry, there's a couple different energies within the three gods of the light talking at the same time. And normally I can handle that pretty well. And normally I can have a conversation with them while I'm having a conversation with you. But there's extra today, which is kind of tripping me up a little bit. I'm just going to get them to kind of slow it down. Hold on. They're saying we need you to know that we are fully participating in this integration and in this new design. And when they say we, they mean the spirit world. The spirit world has our back. And I know we hear that often, but they really do. They're saying we're not leaving you all hanging as you finish up this massive transformation of the last 4 years. We're not leaving you hanging. There's an integration happening. There's a deeper connection that occurs within the solstice, the winter solstice energy. So trust in that. Last piece of their message too is they're saying, be thoughtful of your dream state. Not all dream messages are meant to be taken literally or looked into too specifically. They're saying really feel into your dream state for what feels in alignment and what feels like scattered or pesky energies. Because it's kind of like the dream state right now is like an open field and anybody can walk into the field, so you can get energies of your spirit guides bringing in really divine messages, and you can also get kind of pesky or wandering energies coming through and either just throwing a random image in there or trying to model it. They're saying feel for the things that feel aligned and that resonate for you, not the ones that instill any kind of fear narrative. Be wary of the fear narrative. It is most likely not yours in any way at all. Okay, and then they're like, all right, thank you. Good. So that's the end of their message. So interesting, there were several messages that came through. We could see them in alignment or we could see them in absolute individual ones. Again, it's entirely up to you. Take what resonates. And I do want to say that next Wednesday, I'm going to be hosting Cosmic Consciousness Circle. If you haven't joined, I encourage you to do so. It's a lot of fun. So this week or this month, I'm going to be talking about a little bit about the solstice, what it means. And then I have some beautiful channeling messages from 3 different guides coming through about what we will be able to expect in 2024 and a little bit beyond that. And I will also be bringing through some channeled messages from them as well. So it's going to be a really good one. If you're curious, you can sign up at avalonspirit.com under Cosmic Consciousness. And I really hope to see you there. So have a beautiful day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.